Good afternoon, my stamping friends. I was so excited when the mailman came the other day and brought me my paper pumpkin for this month. So I thought, since I have the countryside dies that I'm borrowing from a friend of mine, thought I would share a couple of little things. Okay, so here is the paper, the host code for this month. Okay. And let's take a look in the box. Okay, so we got a Night of Navy Stampin' Spot this month. And for the sake of the videos, I usually sub in my full-size pad. Okay, so they talked a little bit about, they gave us the QRs for the add-on, which these little dies. Okay, so you have the flower pot, a cute little piece of greenery, and this cuts out the little flower. So that was fun. Okay, and also the coordinating suite, which is in the catalog, the Countryside Inn suite, and the paper is just gorgeous and really coordinates nicely. This card here uses a little bit of both the stuff in the paper pumpkin kit and as well as some of the designer series paper and stuff from the suite. So kind of fun. Also next month we're going to have some accordion fold cards. So next month the card bases are some fun folds, which should be really fun. All right, so let's put those over there. Actually, I don't think I want that very far. All right, so the dies that coordinate from that suite, the Countryside Corners dies, are these, and they cut out that shape, and you'll see it in the kit itself. Okay, so that's what I've used a little bit. So one of the first things, well, let's take a look at what's in here. Okay, all right, so we have our instructions if you're somebody that likes to follow them, and I probably will make one of each just the way it shows in the kit. This is my little mock-up so that I can fit, well, I don't know if these ones fit. Hang on, we'll give it a test. All right. Yep, these are the same size as the ones that die cut. So I had made a whole bunch with the die and then put them in here in my stamp positioning tool and then just stamped a whole bunch of them. And this is actually boho blue, which is a coordinating color with that suite. So I used that color, the boho blue. All right, so there's those. So I just cut a template like this, and then every time I go to use it, I can just line up the stamp and put my little blanks right in there, and it works quite well. All right. Let's see, so here's our stamp set. So we've got thank you for your hospitality. That's kind of nice if you've gone somewhere to visit or something. Actually, I know exactly who I can make a couple of these cards for and put them in a little folio or something for her and put that. The welcome, you're invited, friend, this beautiful set of flowers that can come out of the vase, and a little stem, so you could have a stem for your flower. Really great little stamp set. So we got a roll of tear and tape, we got our dimensionals, some foam strips, and these fun blue adhesive dots. Now the envelopes I thought were very pretty, and if you don't have boho blue cardstock, you could certainly cut these and then just save the flap and put them on a plain, put the flap on a plain white envelope, and bingo, you're done. Anyway, they're all the same. They're all just like that. So I have already cut one of those up as well. And I got, so by taking just the very edge off, I got 2 pieces of the boho blue. This one will end up being a little smaller, and then the flap that I can use. All right, so then we have some of the pieces for the kit. Okay, I'm seeing this vase, I'm seeing this vase. So we've got those. We've got the flowers, and I think, yeah, so you have 3 of these. I mean, you need 3 of these, so we got an extra because of the way they had to print this, that they gave us 1 extra. So yippee skippy, we get an extra one. Woohoo! Let's see what else is in here. So the bases, again, are printed front and back. So the very first thing I did with one of my bases was to cut it into 4 by 5 1/4 inch pieces. So I got 2 card fronts, and I'll just add some cardstock for a base. Okay, so I did 1 of each. So there's the pretty Calypso Coral, and then we've got these. These ones we didn't get an extra because they gave us this, but we got lots of extra vases to stamp. So we didn't get extras of these though this time. All right, and then the plain Night of Navy base. Okay. Ooh, had to get that last one out. And then some different banner pieces and that kind of stuff. Okay. So that's what's in the box. So let me show you what I was thinking of doing as a card front. So once I used the dies, here they are. So I attached this and then ran them through. So now I have these pieces. So I'm going to really super carefully take off that. Just stick it to the post here. There we go. There. Okay, so we could take this and put that there, and then put something smaller. I could do a smaller piece in there. Okay, I could probably get this. Oh yeah, I totally could. Out of that. Okay, and that could go in the center, and then that could all go on a different base. Okay. This could fit in here. Okay, so I could put that on a card front and put that piece on the inside. Okay, so lots of fun pieces and things that you can kind of play with, which is what I like to do. Sometimes I do them just as they are, because the Stampin' Up! Designers really do a great job. And so that's all good. But in fact, I think I'm going to keep that out because I want to do that in a minute. So I just wanted to kind of touch base with you. I wasn't really, I guess I could. Would you like me to do one of each card? Let's do that. Let's put these aside. Let's get our kit back out and do that. Have you watched Sarah do a kit? She sorts everything, which I think is awesome. And the directions even give you that, that option. Okay, so for card number 1, we need, so I'll just grab out one of each base because we're going to need those. And we're going to need one of those. Then, so I'm just going to set this just aside just a little bit and set out our bases. Okay, there. Okay, so for card number 1, whoops, let's put them in order. There we go. We need one of, let's get those labels out. So we're going to need one of these long strips for our little pop of color. Okay. There's that. We're going to need one of these. That one. We are going to need a flowery vase. And that looks like all of it, I think. All right, so we'll move on to card number 2. So we're going to need, well, they want us to stamp, okay, with Night of Navy, so they want us to stamp a pot. I'm not sure where I just put that one. I already punched out. That's all right. I'm going to give you a tip for that too. That and this. And this little hello friend. And then this can go back in the box. And we'll need this. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right. So then, for this one, we need let's see, we need this piece. And we need one of these. And we need one of these. All right, and then we need to make sure we have the base. And I'm going to put this on. Sometimes they just fit, so you might have to go diagonally with your stamp, which is totally fine. All right, so let's start with this one, even though it's really card number 3. I would like to, oh, I got to get the label out. One of these. Now they do always give you, for anything that you're stamping on, just in case you have an oops, they always give you one extra. So you get one practice shot on something, but you can always practice on, if you have our grid paper, which is a great add-on, or the cardboard that comes in your kit that holds everything flat and straight. Oh, I have one more piece I have to find. I have one of these blue ones. Okay, now we can turn to card number 3. And it's going to tell us just exactly what to do. So first it wants us to stamp our welcome. I'm not 100% sure that's what I want it to say though. So I may wait on that just because I may use a different stamp or something so that the person that I'm giving it to doesn't have to have it say welcome. So I may wait on that. All right, and then we're gonna take, oops, we need a pot here. And I've got a scrap piece of paper and then you'll only have to look at my mess for a few minutes. Okay, so first they want us to do some stamping. So let's do that. So the small end is the base, or at least that's the way they have it. But if you like a wider base and a narrower top, it's your card. You can do whatever you want. I think for this one, I want it to go this way. I know, I said I was making it like the directions, and now I'm going off on my own. It is what it is, guys. It's your card. You get to do what you want. All right, so I'm gonna just do that. So we have just part of that on there, which is great. Okay. All right, so that can go back because I may need that block in a minute. All right, so we've got that stamping done. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so we have that. We have these. And it looks like these are going on flat. It doesn't look like, yeah, it looks like there's dimension to this, but they're not showing dimension. But I think this should have foam strips, not the tear and tape. So we're gonna grab those. Since we have them, why not use them, right? So they gave us little tiny strips and a little bit longer strips and our little. All right, so let's take a little bit longer strip and all right, first we're gonna put, hang on. Where's my silicone mat to the rescue? There. All right, so now we'll use the tear and tape. And they gave us this. It's pretty heavy duty stuff. It's a great adhesive, but I'm not sure we need it for this. So if you happen to have regular adhesive, you could save your big heavy duty tear and tape for other projects and just use your regular adhesive, which is probably what I'm going to do for most of the rest of this. All right, so then I like to take when I'm using tear and tape, I use my bone folder and really rub it on there, and it makes it easier to get the end started. Otherwise, sometimes it peels right up. There. Okay, so put this on here, right in the middle, like that. Then we can take our skinny strip right here and put, here, I'm going to do it on here so you can see. You know what? One long one and one short one are going to be perfect. There we go. There. Perfect. Okay, so then this wants to be down here, just above that, like that, right there. And then this will go there. So then we have all our vases. Oh, I see what they did. Okay, they put this one on first with foam. And then, so it'll pop up above this. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to put two on like that. They usually give you plenty of adhesive, so I wouldn't worry about it. And then just kind of put this like that. Now these other ones we're going to slide in from the side, okay? And we're going to do those with regular adhesive. So, whoops. Let's get that started. There we go. Okay. So we'll slide this down there like that. And this one will go in on this side like that. And then we'll add, with my Take Your Pick tool, a few of the little gems. So I'm going to just do the two up here, and then I'll save one and put it here later. Okay. And actually, I think I'm going to go down a little bit more than they did, like that. And do I even want that there? Depending on what I put there, I think I'm going to put, change my mind, I do that a lot, and put this one like that. So kind of a funky triangle shape, but that is a design thing, that odd numbers and often in some kind of a triangular shape. So there we go. Well, if I don't lose that. And I'll just take my bone folder and give that a nice crease. And there's our first card. Without a greeting. Just yet. All right. Let's tuck that one over there. And let's, since card number 2 is the next one, let's see what we got here. Okay, so here's where we've got to do a little stamping on that vase, and that's going to be a little trickier. Okay, so here's what I like to do. I like to take them out of their place. Some people like to have them in. I like to take them out, and I like to have them not on something white, because it's really hard for me, for my eyes, to see that. So let me stand up and try not to put my lovely sparkly hair in your camera view. And give that just a second. Sometimes this coated paper, or sometimes the paper pumpkin pieces have a little bit of a coating. And then we'll just pop that off. Hey, pretty good. Do that. All right. There we go. All right. So there's that vase. And I have to be careful now. It's like, oh, you know what? No, I don't. Just take that off of there. So there was a little bit of ink and it wouldn't dry on the silicone mat, so I didn't want anything else to get gooey. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's bring all our pieces in. Okay, so it's looking like we've got foam strips around the edge of this. Okay. So let's use our foam strips, some long ones and some short ones. Okay, long ones for this side. And long one for this side. Like that. And then, oh, that's why they gave us so many. They really thought these needed to be stuck down. They didn't want them coming apart, so they gave us plenty. Do all the angles here, like that. And then we'll turn this and we'll do this side. Two more of the little ones. Now, here's another little tip and trick for you. I like to start these like that and just stick the end out so that, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So I'm kind of sticking the ends out so that it's not so sticky. So that you can get it into place and then pull the rest out and finish pressing it down. So I take just a little bit where I can reach. Okay, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to very carefully, and I probably should be doing this on my silicone mat, just in case. So we're going to put this around here. And again, I think I'm going to stand up so I'm up above this. Like that. Okay. So now I'm just going to make sure that I'm not pulling it out of shape or anything. And so now I've got it tacked down. So now I can just pull those, see? Just pull the rest of that out and then give it a little press. And then you've got it where you want it, like that. See? So that's kind of a handy little thing. So, and I do that with adhesive a lot, especially if I'm using, you know, foam strips or something like that. So there we go. Then it looks like we also have foam, at least one foam strip, and I think I'm going to put two short ones on, since they gave us so many, on here, right in the middle. Oh, it stuck to my finger. It started to stretch. Okay, there we go. All right, so they only show one in the middle, but I'm going to do two. And then we'll add that. to our flowers like that. Then we want a little bit of adhesive, and I can use actually my liquid adhesive and put just a little bit across the middle. Now I could have used the tear and tape, and that would have been fine. And so then I'm just going to put that right there and just let it do its thing. Okay, we're going to fold this. And because we did all of that first, I'm going to go ahead and use the tear and tape, I think. I just want to make sure that actually, no, I can do this. No, I can't. The seal that will not want to, because you have to press just a little bit on that. So we'll use this, the tear and tape that came with the kit, like that. Okay, and I can just carefully burnish one edge. Nope, didn't like that. Let's try taking this. There it goes. All right. Then put this right on here. There we go. Yeah, card number 2. Okay, there they are. All right, so our last one, which is actually card number 1. Oh, hold on. I forgot. It told me to do this, and I didn't. The very last step was, how many of you were yelling at me? Hey, put your bling on. Yeah. Gotta put those little gems. They're so cute. And I happen to have some other things right on my, there we go. Oh, they wanted it down farther even. That's all right. I have some iridescent pearls that I think would look cute as the centers of the flowers. So I'm just going to add those. Now, if you don't have these, that's okay. Don't worry about it. But I just thought these would look really pretty. Okay. Now card number 2 is done. Okay, now we can go to this one, card number 1. And we'll stamp, "Thank you for your hospitality," right down here near the bottom. And here we go. Okay. All right. Gonna go right down, right about here, I think. And I said, just give it a second to let that ink get into the paper. Looks good. Okay. I think that's all the stamping we need to do for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and close this Night of Navy pad up so I don't have Night of Navy ink everywhere. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So here's our... Oh, I think this is the front because these little flowers are going right side up this way. They were upside down on the back. Okay. Then, let's see, it looks like we have some, this goes on flat, and this gets popped up on those foam strips. So let's give this some adhesive. Just use my seal and put that right down the middle of the card. So I'm gonna just feel for the edge. That looks pretty straight. Okay, there's that. Now we'll get some foam strips on this. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did before, where I only partially remove that adhesive. Okay. I don't use quite so many on this one. There we go. All right. There we go. And I might put one, you know what, I've got dimensionals. And you probably, as if you've been a subscriber for a while, you probably have dimensionals from some other kit. I'm gonna just put one in the middle because I don't want anything to get squashed in the mail or something. Okay, so we're gonna just, again, take part of that off. This is gonna have to get off because I can't reach in the middle, but I can do those. And then let's just double check and make sure we're holding it right side up like this. Okay, put that here like that. That looks good. So we'll stick that in the middle and then we'll just pull those little edges. Okay, I hope that was a tip that you didn't know about. Maybe. There we go. Then let's look. It looks to me like I can see a shadow, and that looks like the same adhesive, so I'm guessing they want this popped up. So we'll grab those little ones. They'll go across there. You know what? I'm going to do two again. One just doesn't feel, it feels like it would be uneven, you know? And I don't want that. I want it to be. I could have used just regular dimensionals. Okay. So then we can put our pot on here like that, and grab my take your pick tool and the gems, and I see one up here, but I want to go higher than that, up here, and two kind of over here. Nope. A little putty on my take your pick tool is giving me trouble. Like that. Okay. I'd say that those are really cute. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way so you can see them better. Put some of my tools away. All right. Put the directions back in the box just in case I decide to do another one that way. Okay, so then we have that one that I'm going to do a different greeting on. I might put a little happy birthday or a little small thank you, or I don't know, something. Okay, and then the hello friend. And so these plus maybe a couple of other cards, a couple of the ones that I change up a little bit, can go into a little folio or something, and I can give those to the person I'm staying with in a couple of weeks. We're going to visit some friends. So that will be great. So there you go. So thanks for joining me for the unboxing part. Now I hope you will join me. I do a live on my Facebook business page at LuvINK&Paper at 4 o'clock and this month it'll be the 26th. So it's usually the last Monday of the month that I do my Facebook Live. And there I'll show these cards, but I won't make them again. And then I will make some alternatives. So you'll get to see what I did with those pieces and what I cut with those dies and how I kind of changed things up. Adding probably just a little bit of either maybe boho blue cardstock or Night of Navy cardstock, or even the thick basic white card bases. Those are always great too. All right, so thanks very much. I hope that perhaps you will find me on Facebook and come join my Paper Pumpkin Party live, and that is 4 o'clock Eastern time. Okay, I'm in the Eastern time zone, so it's 4 o'clock on June 26th. Great, thanks so much.